how at the start of the season, the Sioux Falls Stampede were supposedly going to be too young of a team to be all that good? Well, exactly a month after winning the Clark Cup, the organization made history with 5 players getting selected in the NHL draft, and it all started at the end of the first round last night.
The Buffalo Sabres select from Sioux Falls, Ryan Johnson.
As we mentioned in our show, moments after it happened last night, Johnson was taken with the 31st and final pick of the opening round by the Buffalo Sabres. The son of former 10-year NHL veteran Craig Johnson, the defenseman scored 8 goals and 25 assists for the Herd in 66 regular season and playoff games. The 17-year-old Minnesota commit is the 6th player in franchise history to be selected in the first round of the draft, and first since Kiefer Bellows in 2016. It was a sweet ending to a long night of waiting for Ryan, and though he didn't have to wait another day to hear his name called, he had a feeling he'd be seeing a lot of his teammates drafted in the coming rounds.
I'm really excited. Obviously, it was relieving waiting the whole night, but I think it's a special opportunity, and I'm just looking forward to the future. I think a lot of them, all of them deserve it, so they're all really talented players, and yeah, I'm hopeful that they get drafted as well.
And he would certainly see his teammates go. The first of them was forward Ethan Phillips in the 4th round with the 97th overall pick by the Detroit Red Wings. In 56 regular season and playoff games, the speedy winger tallied 17 goals and 31 assists.
To win the Clark Cup, that was an amazing feeling as well. It's right up there, and I know all the boys are happy for me, and I mean, really, it sounds cliche, but I wouldn't be here without them. They're so supportive and helpful throughout the year.
A few picks later in the 4th round, with the 120th overall selection, the Tampa Bay Lightning took defenseman Max Crozier. In 72 playoff and regular season games, he scored 14 goals and 40 assists. The Calgary native was instrumental in the Herd's Clark Cup championship run, scoring 4 goals and 7 assists. And I'm only halfway through the draft selections because there was more to come. With the 176th overall pick in the 6th round, the Arizona Coyotes, or Coyotes as they're actually called in Arizona, took centerman Anthony Romano. During the regular season, he was the Stampede's co-leader in goals with 26, adding 21 assists in 60 games. He had a goal and 2 assists in 10 playoff games.
It's been surreal. Never expected this to happen at the beginning of the year, and just kept working hard, staying the course, and me and my teammates, I can't thank them enough.
12 picks later in the 7th round, the Los Angeles Kings took winger Andre Lee after scoring 20 goals and 15 assists in 61 regular season games. Lee would be the team's top scorer in the Clark Cup playoffs, leading them with 6 goals and 11 total points. He was the 5th Stampede alum to be selected in this year's draft, setting a new franchise record. All told, the Herd have now had 38 players taken in the NHL draft in their franchise history. Not bad this year for a team that was just going to be too young. The Minnesota Wild made 7 picks today. Their first second-round choice, another USHL product, winger Vladislav Firstov from Waterloo. They'd continue adding offense in the 3rd and 5th rounds of the draft, and then they would round things out by taking another USHL alum, defenseman Marshall Warren, in the 6th round. Well, one of the side effects of the Sioux Falls Canaries having a better season is that their top players are getting more notice amongst big league clubs, and today that resulted in catcher Adrian Nieto signing with the Miami Marlins organization. A former big leaguer with the Chicago White Sox, Nieto was a leader on the team behind the plate and at it. He hit .269 with 4 home runs and a team-high 24 RBI in 32 games. For the Birds, he's the 5th former Canary to sign with a major league organization since last year. His former team was soldiering on, trying to even up their series in Sioux City. They were shut out 4-0 last night, and fortunately it gets off to a similar start today. Adam Sasser plunks one into center field to drive in a run. They'd get another in the 2nd and lead 2-0. The next inning, Sioux City again threatening to score. Ball hit to Brett Vertigan. Great diving catch. That's the good news. The bad news is it still lets in a run on the sac fly, and it's 3-0. Birds would get some momentum as Will Solomon collects himself and gets a strikeout to end the 5th. Sioux City, however, would keep pounding away in the next inning. Michael Lang will drop a ball into center field for an RBI single after they did a little YMCA on the field. Canaries did eventually scratch out a run, but not enough. They fall 6-1. These teams now tied for first place in the Southern Division. The series finale is tomorrow. Twins looking for their 50th win of the season in their Game 3 of their 4-game set at KC. Second inning, Miguel Sano. You want to send this guy down when he can hit shots like that? Solo bomb makes it 1-0. That held into the 8th inning when the Twins appeared to get their insurance. Jake Cave, his first game up, his first home run of the year. Solo shot. Twins would open a 3-0 lead, and he would get some invisible high fives. That lead, though, was not safe because the Twins' bullpen would get into this game a little bit later. Taylor Rogers gives up a 2-run single, and all of a sudden it was tied at 3. We would go to extra innings, and the guy who hit one of those big bombs in the 8th inning would end up scoring the go-ahead run, as it's C.J. Crone, who actually also homered in that inning. We didn't show it. He singles home Jake Cave, and the Twins would add one more run in the 10th to go on to get the victory by a final of 5-3. Well, Curtis Riggs insists that Lorenzo Brown is still the top quarterback on the Sioux Falls Storm. Despite that, adding his predecessor and former IFL MVP Chris Dixon will only naturally have fans speculating that there could be a quarterback controversy heading into tomorrow's playoff game. Now, it's been almost exactly 6 years since Chris Dixon last played in Sioux Falls, when he led the Storm to a 63-46 United Bowl victory over Nebraska in the final game played at the old Sioux Falls Arena. After winning his 5th championship, the 3-time IFL MVP retired and became the head coach of the short-lived Billings Wolves franchise. Current starter Lorenzo Brown took over and led the Storm to 2 more titles, but even he's talked retirement after championship game losses the last 2 years. Riggs says his reason for bringing Dixon back was simply as insurance.
You've got to have a plan in case something happens to Lorenzo. And so Chris and I have a good relationship. I reached out to him and asked if he'd be interested in being on the roster. And it's purely on there in case something happens to Lorenzo. And he was more than willing to help out the team any way he could.
Okay. Anyway, kickoff tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We'll see who the quarterback is. Winner of this one will head to Iowa the following week for the conference title game. We're back in 1 moment.